Gene and Jane, let's do the outside of the house first. So this is the front of the property. Walking up to the front door. You can see that all the former pigeon stuff is gone and will stay gone because of the spikes up there on the roof. We had some more pigeon poop down here, and then we realized that the birds were still congregating on the edge, so we try to take care of that. Fix that light. This is the front door that's been painted. So this all looks good. You've got drip line that comes up under that wall to all these bushes now. You probably had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bushes die just up front here from not having water, so that won't happen again. Driveway looks good. We cleaned it real well. The garage, when I pull out of here in about an hour, will be completely empty, except for the garbage cans and the leftover paint. So this will all be gone. See what I did to your floor? It looks fabulous. And we touched up, painted in the garage too. I didn't charge you for that stuff. We also took a lot of rock from over here and put it over there, which I didn't charge you for. To kind of level it out and make sure you had good rock covering everywhere. I put a new seal kit. In here. And I am putting on 2 new anti-siphon valves. Both of the ones you have on this house are broken. Those cost about $10 each. I probably won't charge you nothing for them. You've already paid me up. But I fixed this thing. It would have cost about $300 to replace, but I was actually able to put a new seal kit in it. I just got to put another screw on top there. But yeah, these anti-siphon mechanisms, they go after a while, so I got you 2 new ones to put on there. Then going into the backyard, of course, as you know, we put a new timer box on for you. You know what? Let me pause this video for a second because I got a call coming in. Okay, well, so we were at the new timer box, which I ran some for the new wire, some conduit down, and I ran this wire into a protective box here, so there's no danger of any kind of exposure. Your valves are all wired properly. Let me see if I can lift this up. Your valves are all wired properly. I put new wiring in there, so that's done for you. Then I've also weed and grass killer on this grass. This is on this area here because grass was starting to grow. This is imperative that you make sure your new tenants understand that they are responsible for keeping weeds and grass from growing in these rocks, and that they will be charged if you have to start pulling back rocks to remove any kind of growth at all. For example, and I'll spray this before I leave today, you can see there's weeds and grass growing in these rocks already. It's because of the summer sun, or the spring sun is already starting to show up here. And it's, let me tell you something, between February and April, May, there is going to be a ton of weeds wanting to grow out of these rocks back here. And your new tenants need to have a spray bottle of Spectracide or whatever they want to use. They probably don't want to use Roundup with all the lawsuits going. But they need to have some Spectracide on hand to be able to screw these things in. Hold on a minute. Somebody's in the front yard. I meant to say they need to have Spectracide to get rid of any kind of weed and grass growth. If they stay on it daily just for a couple of minutes a day over those couple of months, they'll get through it fine. Also, this is where I drilled out the garage for your water heater. I forgot to add that to the walkthrough. The water heater obviously is brand new. And it's plumbed properly for the evacuation line, which is this one. And it's plumbed properly for the overflow line to go out the house where I just showed you that. So I wanted to show you that too, as part of the walkthrough. Going into the backyard, there was the fire pit. Look at this stain on the side of the house. That needs to be, you're probably going to have to paint this house soon. Suggestion, do it before summer. I charge more in the summertime because we can only work 4 or 5 hours a day before the heat gets too hot. So it takes what would normally be a 3-day job and makes it into a 6-day job. So anyway, going back here, look at your grass, how nice, huh? I'm so glad that we did this for you. And to be honest with you, with the amount of man hours I put into this, I normally would have charged $1,200 to $1,300. We did a lot of work on this system. And you can see the grass. You know, I'll get close up to it. You can see the grass is growing. Not as much in that area right there, but that's getting not as much sun. It'll grow. It's growing everywhere else. As you can see over here, and you can see over here, you know, all the way back there, you can see the green. In fact, if I walk on it, you can see how long the grass is actually getting. See that? See that? Now I replaced all your trunk line. You got new drip line all the way around this property. All the way around this property. All the way out under that. That's where I showed you it goes under the wall there. So you got new drip line. Everything is fed by drips. You shouldn't have any more problem with bushes or trees dying. But it's up to your tenants to let me know if for some reason they notice the system, if there's a power outage for a second, and that timer box resets itself, they'll need to let me know it needs more work, or it needs to be reset, I'm sorry. We did your patio ceiling here. You remember it was all down with, it was all the drywall was flaking off it, the paint, the drywall, the seam tape. We fixed all that. You got a new door here. The glass in this door is new. And this is what the new anti-siphon mechanism that I did not put on your other faucet yet will look like. This is a new one, okay? This prevents water from backing up into your house. So, hose water, you know, into your drinking water. So, and we also landscaped all the trees. You know, this tree here was hanging down massively. We had a big truckload of stuff go to the dump just for this, the landscaping. What we took off these bushes and trees. So, and we also capped off on both sides 2 of the sprinkler heads that were connected to one of the valves. I can show you each of these sprinkler heads working. Give me a minute. Going over to the box, hitting manual, and going over to station 1, I will show you the drip system working. You can see on this one that it's dripping. You just can't see it real well. See that? I got it set in there so it drips. You don't need a lot of water for that. I'm going to have to get a different mount for that. There you go. It'll stay there. And on this one, same thing. You should have water on this one. There's so many leaves back here, it's hard for me to get to it. But trust me, you got water going to this one. Give me a second to find. There it is. I just had to remove some leaves. You can see it. Oh, I might have turned off. Let me go turn it back on. Here's the one on this bush. Right here. See this? Oh, let me find it. Here it is. Okay, there it is. It's right in my hand there. I couldn't find it in the film. Anyway, I got that sitting right against the tree. These don't need a lot of water. You don't want to overwater them. Then going over here to the big tree. These leaves are falling in droves. Let me find the drips that we buried. Here's one. See that? It's dripping nicely. That tree gets a little more water than the shrubs. And I got one for this side too. I just gotta find out where I buried it. Here you go. That should have been buried on the other side, but that's your other one. This I'll put right here. I got it in a stake so it won't move. Okay, and then you got this one here. Thought I had that one in the stake too. If I don't, I'll get one on there right away. But this tree is getting, you know, water from here and from here for 15 minutes a day. Five minutes 3 times. Or no, 3 minutes 3 times. 10 minutes a day. 9 minutes. So, anyhow, let me show you your second station. This third station says it used to have, this used to have 2 on each side here and 2 on that side. Once I cut those off, all you have on this third station is this one here, which you can see is spraying way out there. These are good ones. And they're getting this dry area wet. That's kind of crazy why the grass isn't growing there. I'll have to figure that out. And then there's this one here that is blowing way out there. You can see it getting good coverage here. So that's the one that grows in. And again, there was 2 here that we had to cap off. So, and we put a new LED light bulb in your thing here. Clean that light real good. And I painted your let me see, you can see it better from this side. I also painted that beam going across there so it looked consistent with the fascia that we painted. Now you only wanted me to do the fascia around this this upstairs roof here. So to be honest, we need to get to that fascia before the summer heats on the rest of this house. If you look closely, there's places where there's bare wood. Let me see if I can blow this thing up a little bit and get you a picture of bare wood. See right there where my finger is, there's bare wood in many places on this fascia. It's not good. Okay, just to let you know that. So let me, I think I've covered everything on the outside. Here's your fire pit that you thought looked nasty. Looks good now. I mean, the bricks are dark. If you'd rather I put new bricks on it, I can. But they're just going to get black as soon as somebody uses it. So anyhow, okay, let me pause this and then I'm going to take my shoes off and get ready to go inside the house. Okay, starting in the downstairs bathroom. This bathroom was bright fluorescent yellow, if you remember. Everything's good in here. Got 3 coats, a coat of primer and 2 coats of paint, I think. All the house has been painted everywhere, except I didn't do from about the top of those windows up. It didn't need it. That's why I was able to knock $300 or $400 off what I normally charge. All your blinds are good. All your carpet is new. The kitchen, I can't explain in words how different the kitchen cabinets look next to what they used to look like. I did what most companies would charge $400 to $500, some $600 restoration on your cabinets for. I think I charged you $250. Look how nice. You know, there was gouges, white showing everywhere from missing stain and all that stuff. We fixed it all. And gave you a good price for it. We cleaned all your tile, so it has an appearance of a tan color. It probably doesn't show as light as it does on the film in person. I'm looking at this grout, which from a distance up here probably still looks black, but trust me, when you get down close to it, it's not black. It's a light. It's a medium haystack. It looks a lot better in here, and it's clean. So, when we maid service the whole house, of course. Going upstairs, you can see how nice your steps look. We painted the rails where it needed. All the drywall repairs I did are perfect. There was a big drywall repair there. You can see how my texture matches. There was also a big drywall repair here. You can see how nice that looks. The drywall repair I did on the door, you know, I mean, it doesn't have the lines the old door had in it, but it looks good enough. You know, these lines here that come down, obviously I couldn't put in the drywall repair. I got a call coming in, so I got to put you on hold here for a second. So we're upstairs. This is the new Arcadia blinds I got you. Let me go out here on this patio real quick. And let's see, a couple of these are not, there they go. Go out on this patio and show you. It needs to be swept off, which I'll do here in a minute. But this is a walk-off patio that was in severe disrepair. We fixed all the cracks. That's what caused the ceiling below to get all wet and need drywall repair downstairs. This is up top of that bottom patio. So this will get you another 5 to 10 years. We fixed it all and we put 3 coats of Elastomeric on here. We gave you a good price on that too. So there's a slow shot of it. So let me get this closed. Locked, as you can see. And then I keep getting my wire in there because I'm charging while I'm doing this. I'll put this back and close those. So the master looks good. Master bathroom looks good. Master, these were a mess. These cabinets, they look good now. I even have some before pictures I might be able to send you. This is the closet, the master closet. Looks good. Been painted. And then this is the shower. Everything looks good here. We put a new shower head up top there. And the commode area looks good. You know, everything looks good here. Everything's freshly painted. Well, I touched up painting this. This is the one bathroom we kept the same color. So I don't know why this thing keeps going in and out of focus, but so the hall bath up here looks really good too. There's your new flooring, and you can see everything looks good. It's been made, serviced, it's clean. Everything is shiny. You got a new basket and a stopper and a new one of those overflow valves. I might not have charged you for that. I may send you an invoice for that. Those two things together cost me like $35-40. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know what we'll do. Got lots of new light bulbs throughout. I didn't charge you for it because I know they already charged you for those, so I didn't want to charge you twice. But I put about $20 worth of bulbs in here I didn't charge you for. Your other bedroom looks good. This bedroom looks great. You can see. We still have the same sliding doors. They work fine. They don't have mirrors on them. That's fine. It's better than spending $700 on a set of mirrored doors. And then this bedroom does have mirrored doors. You can see here that they're mirrored. Closet looks good. It's ready to roll. And we kept the wood blinds in both these bedrooms because that's what they had and they still worked. So I'm going to shut the lights off here. Let's see. So the upstairs looks good. The laundry area looks good. You got new vinyl underneath all that. Cleaned all these up. They work fine. Got you a couple extra filters there. New filter in there. Let me shut this. I did put a couple of pieces of new hardware on these bifolds. I didn't charge you for and don't plan to charge you for. You see, we got new smoke detector batteries where needed. I think we just needed to put 2 in. And let me shut these lights off here. But the place looks really good, man. The place is ready for rental. There's no deficiencies in this house. There's nothing that is in disrepair. You know, everything works. I mean, your faucets are older. You know, your disposal's older. Those kind of things might go out in due time. But I mean, we really brought this house up to par for you. You know, whoever moves in here is responsible to keep a house that is like new, looking like new when they move out. There's no excuses. They can't say, well, this was broken, or this was broken, or this wasn't fixed, or this didn't work. You know, you've got video proof that everything in this house is as it should be. So this is a new blind too. This costs a little bit more because it's a taller blind, and they didn't come in a kit. Normally, tall blinds like this are also wide blinds. So you either get a kit that's wide and tall or a kit that's narrow and short. This was narrow and tall, so I had to buy a rail separately from these slats. And the slats cost about, I don't remember for sure, about $15 per 9, and I had to buy 3 or 4 sets. So, and I kept this hanging higher so people didn't bump their heads into it. But you can see that this is all looks good here. Let's see if there's anything I forgot to mention in all this work we did here. I don't think so. I think I covered it all. One thing I forgot to charge you for too, and I won't charge you now, and looking over my invoices last night from the roofer, he charged me an extra $100 I didn't know about, which was actually a good price, to mud cap all of your mortar joints, to re-mud cap all of them. There's about 15 of them on this roof. See that new mortar? Those are all old and cracking on the roof, so he fixed all those too. I did not mention the new drain channel here. That's important. That got fixed. So, and generally just cleaned up the property. I mean, let me shut this garage door and go back out and show you what your house looks like. Show you what your house looks like from the street without my ugly truck in the driveway. I mean, you got the glare of the sun coming. Let me see if I can minimize that. Or maybe get over here where there's no glare. There you go. See? I mean, it's a nice looking house. Looks good. It just needs painted, you know. If you walk around the house, several areas really look bad. The paint looks bad. I'd get on that sooner than later, but that's up to you. But your house, you know, from the roofing to the flooring and everything in between is ready to roll, you know. If I were you, I'd be real pleased. I hope you are. So, like I said, you can see all the spikes up there. Let me see if I look at all the spikes we put above the window because birds were gathering there. We also cleaned all the bird poop off that whole pop out. It was really bad. And then you can see the spikes we put there again. And those go all the way in too. All the way in underneath that eave. That eave there, they like to get underneath. So all the way up that eave we got spikes. So, and I only charged you like $30 more than I paid for the spikes to put those on. So, tried to give you a good deal. Let me see. What else we got here? I think that's it. If I think of anything else before I leave, I'll let you know, but I think I've covered all the bases in terms of what's been done here at this house. So I hope you enjoy everything you've seen on this. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Oh, by the way, we replaced a GFI out in the garage, and we replaced a couple of your interior outlets that didn't work. Okay? But if you have any questions, comments, concerns about anything, feel free to contact me. You know, I want to please you guys. I want you to be happy. So, but this house is ready for rent. I hope Brandon has an open house scheduled for this weekend to get this thing on the market. So I'll let him know today. In fact, I already let him know a week ago that it was ready for pictures, but you know, it's a Christmas holiday. So again, all this stuff, I got my guys coming right now. Everything you see here will be out of this garage. And we'll run a mop over it, make it look like it's supposed to look. It looks great with the concrete stain. Now, let me make one comment too. The concrete stain is not epoxy. It's not a resin-based product. It's a more of a acrylic paint product, but it's still as effective. At the worst, when the next people move out, unless they're really completely careless with this floor, you might have to pay us $100 to throw another top coat on it, just to refresh it. But it's a good floor, and I think you'll be pleased with its performance. So I think that's it. I don't think we did anything else here in the garage. I did, and I'm not charging you for it, I did lube everything. I lubed all your casters. I lubed all the tension cords. I lubed the springs. I lubed the gears in that box. I lubed the chain. I lubed everything that moves. You know, I even lubed every one of these so they didn't make a cracking sound when they're opening. This garage, when you open it, is really smooth. So I think you'll be pleased. Again, I'll stop babbling and cut this video off and get it off to you, okay?